Hey guys, for the next 2 weeks to finish out the semester, we'll be working on a branding project where you'll get to create your own brand and company and create a logo to go with your brand. So with that said, let's jump right into what is branding. A brand, you've probably heard the term, but it is a name, term, design, symbol, or any other feature that identifies one seller's good or service as distinct from those of other sellers. And we know a lot of brand names out there. For example, these are very common ones right here on the screen. If you see this red and black and white, that's a very distinct branding for YouTube. If you were to just see the swish for Nike, we don't even need the word Nike. We know that it's Nike. Same goes for the golden arches of McDonald's. You don't have to know and see the word McDonald's to know that that's McDonald's. And that is good branding. That is a really good logo design. A lot of logos rely on symbols and shapes to really catch the viewer's eye. And they also rely on colors and keeping a color very consistent throughout their packages, throughout their signs on their doors, all of their marketing materials. Color is very important. And with that said, let's look at Starbucks. Starbucks has one of the most iconic brands globally. And they started off with this brownish brand right here. And you can see it kind of looks like they're the one that they have now. It's a lot different though, a lot more cluttered, and it doesn't have that iconic Starbucks green. But this is how it started out, but still with kind of the same layout. Now, as Starbucks has grown and progressed throughout their branding, their icon and their logo has changed up a little bit as they've grown. So you can see over the years how it has grown, and it's actually gotten much simpler. You can see now, this is where we're actually at currently. They even were able to take away the words Starbucks coffee and just left their logo. Same as we were just talking about with McDonald's, same goes for Starbucks. They no longer need their words to represent their brand, and that is really good design work. I believe that eventually one day Starbucks will be in a position where their brand could simply be a green circle. That is such an amazing branding strategy that you can claim a green circle as your brand. But I think that with their very specific green and this circular format that they have, that they could actually claim that as their own. And that would be just amazing for them. Here's what you'll be doing though. Whenever you start brainstorming and thinking about a logo, say a client comes to you with a logo that they need created, here's what you need to be thinking about and asking your client. First of all, who is their target audience? Who do they want to reach? What is their target age group? What do these people do for fun? What are their hobbies, their interests? Is it a specific gender that they're reaching to? What's their spending power? Is it for, really high class society? Maybe what's their stage of life? Are they new moms? Are they little kids? Have they just, gotten married? What's their stage of life? Then you'll need to start thinking about what type of products, or ask your client, what type of products are you selling? So whenever you're creating your own brand in your company, think about what products you might want to sell. Is it a jewelry company? If it is a jewelry company, what type of packaging will you need? Will you need bags? Will you need small boxes? Will you need necklace boxes? Will you need little cardboard pieces of paper to hang your earrings and your jewelry from? What type of packaging will you need? Same goes for any other company, whether it's a clothing company or a coffee shop. A lot of products go into each company. Once you've got those things in mind, then you can start thinking about what your logo will look like. Hopefully, if a client is coming to you, they have a name in mind for their company. However, you, for this project, will get to create your own. So be thinking about a name. And a name can kind of come later as you're brainstorming a little bit. But the one thing that I really want you guys to create for this one is having some type of symbol or icon in your design. So just like the golden arches or the swoosh, think about what symbol will represent your company. Think about color palettes. Does it need to be light and fresh and airy, or does it need to be dark and moody? What fonts will fit? Will more of like a scripty font look best, or like a very classic serif font fit your company best? And then also think about different variations. What would it look like, laid out a little bit straighter, more in a circle format, in a square format? Think about those things. And with that said, I want to show you guys an example that I have created. This is a coffee shop in Bloomington, Indiana, where this actually is my design that I created for this coffee shop. This was a project given to me by actually my former art teacher in high school. She no longer teaches, and she now owns this coffee shop called Cup and Kettle in downtown Bloomington, and she asked me to do the logo. So originally she came to me with this really just not the best looking logo, just really rough, but she did have a bunch of different ideas in mind for her packaging, and they already had a name. And they really wanted this light and fresh and airy feeling to their design. So their name is Cup and Kettle Tea Company, and so I created a bunch of different variations for them. I created one that was more pink, and then another one that's blue. They go with both of them a lot of the times in their packaging, in their different bags and things like that. But I also was in charge of creating all of the tea packaging. Here are just a few examples of all of the different types of tea that they sell and the packages that I created specifically for them. It was a really cool project, and it's so cool going into the store and seeing my brand and my logo right there. They even have it on pottery mugs. They sell it in pins. They sell it on tote bags, on t-shirts. And I've even seen it in other grocery stores around Bloomington and different vendors and local farmers markets and things like that. So it's always fun to see my design on a shelf. It's just really exciting as a designer. What you guys will be doing is creating your own, and it's really good practice because this is an amazing and really cool job, and I had a lot of fun doing this. You can see there, I thought this was really cool. Okay, so here's what you guys will be creating. Two things. First of all, you're going to be creating your logo, and the logo must include the brand name and an icon. As you can see, mine here that I created has this little icon as well as the name, just like this. And the second thing is that you'll be putting your logo onto a mock-up of product packaging, whether that's a bag, a box, a coffee sleeve, things like that. So I want to show you a few student examples from last semester. So here we go. This one is Chantel Green's. Her brand was called Style Loft, and it was a clothing company, kind of hip and trendy, along the lines of Urban Outfitters. And this was her design here. She did a really good job. Her little house icon with, I think, this really light and fun and young looking style while still being really kind of classy. This one right here is Jared Sullivan. He created kind of this moodier coffee company, and you can see the coffee bag over here. It doesn't look super feminine or girly or anything. It looks a little bit more kind of moody and mysterious, and so he used this cool serif font to create this almost classic looking design. This one is Kayden Sutton's. He did a bakery and a donut shop, so he decided to do a little donut with his name around it, Kayden's Bakery House, and then he created two mock-ups with the coffee sleeve as well as a donut box. The next one is Makenzie VanHoy. She created her Oopsie Daisy brand. It was a little like a flower shop, traveling flower shop, as well as having a few other little gifts and knickknacks inside of her booth. So you can see here she's got little flowers represented on her little bike. That's her icon there. She did the O for Oopsie. I thought that was cute. And she put hers on mock-ups of a bag and candles. We have a couple more. This one is Valentina's. Hers was a jewelry store called Handstone, and you can see hers looks a little bit more eclectic looking, but still very simple and to the point with her sans serif font there. Looks very clean. But the purple, I think she did a really good job incorporating that. You can see into her bag there and into her little logo there. But she has a straight one and a round logo. Looks really nice both ways. Last one is Sarah Streets. She did an ice cream company, and hers is called Sweet Breeze Ice Cream Company, and she created mock-ups here, one of just little ice cream cups and then a sleeve for her ice cream to go. So those are a few just different ideas. What you guys will be doing is brainstorming and just starting to think about what brand you want, what products you want to sell, and things like that. So I'm excited. This is always a fun project. We'll be working mainly in Gravit. So get back into the swing of that, and I'm excited to see your guys' brands.